Wow, chicka wow wow. Hey, friends. Welcome to Mindful Monday. We won't be including the manic or the melancholy in this episode, thankfully. Okay, let's get into it. I'm your hostess with the mostest, L, the letter L, and key as in the key to your heart. Okay, I'm going to start out with some local news. Who here has been keeping up with the local gossip news? Did you know that whooping cough is on the rise in California? And what you should know about pertussis, the cases of respiratory infection can be particularly dangerous to infants and are considerably higher in California this year. The United States is seeing a rise in number of whooping cough cases. Nationally, in 2024, cases are nearly 5 times higher than the previous year. In California, there have been 1,015 cases so far in 2024, compared with just 248 in 2023. Wow, that's quite a jump. An increase of 309%. Yeah, cases in the Pacific region increased to 2,502 compared to 323 this time last year. Nationally, there had been 14,569 cases of whooping cough in 2024. Geez, compared to 3,475 last year. Wow. So it says in the Golden State, health officials told Los Angeles Times that cases were already trending high by early June and that California was overdue for an outbreak since the last spike happened in 2019. The bacterial illness owes its common name to the high-pitched whoop sound people, especially babies, make when they try to breathe during a violent coughing fit. Anyone can develop whooping cough, but the disease is especially dangerous for young children and can lead to serious complications, including pneumonia, brain damage, seizures, apnea, and death. Whoa, I had no idea how scary this was. So basically what they're saying is good hygiene practices, such as thoroughly hand washing, are encouraged, but vaccines are the best protection against pertussis, according to the CDC. Yikes, this is some really scary stuff, guys. So yeah, make sure you're protecting yourself, washing your hands often. Before I forget, shout out to my Fallon followers and listeners. What? Since I have been growing my TikTok account, I'm noticing a lot of my Fallon students are following me now. So thank you. Thank you so much. A couple things I do want to talk about, some things that have resonated with me and come up this week. And something I feel that we revisit a lot is setting healthy boundaries for yourself. You could be a student, you could be a parent, you could be a husband, a wife, girlfriend, boyfriend. Doesn't matter. Point is, what are we doing to protect our healthy boundaries? I'm going to use an example today of some students that I had the pleasure of being in the company of. And I was noticing a trend of fellow students kind of picking on their peers, doing some things that they thought were funny, but not funny to the other student that was on the receiving end of these things. And I had to remind this student that, you know what? You guys are friends, and maybe this friend that is exhibiting not so nice, respectful behavior, that, you know what? It's okay to set healthy boundaries and say, I really don't care for how you are speaking to me, or interacting with me right now. And I'm going to take some personal space and give you some personal space. And I might even decide to not sit with you, not engage with you, not talk to you until you can respect my boundaries. Literally a conversation I had with some fellow students today. And yes, the reason I am revisiting this is because I constantly am witnessing and overhearing of these things that are happening in the school, in the classroom, amongst friends, amongst peers, amongst adults, people in relationships. So I would love so much if you would write in on the fan mail via Buzzsprout that is included in the link that I include in my podcast. Please write in and tell me, what are you doing to establish healthy boundaries for yourself, for your friends, for your partner, for your husband, for your wife, for your girlfriend, boyfriend, friend, companion, online, offline, whatever. I would love to hear your feedback on what that looks like or what that sounds like. Please feel free to share. Your feedback and fan mail is so greatly appreciated because maybe there are different ways that is communicated depending on cultural styles, communication styles. Um, yes, I would love to hear this feedback. I'll be honest, I've had some struggles of my own with my partner here at home. And as I've said before, it's one thing when I'm in school and I'm working as a student aide, a special ed aide, and I'm communicating with my students and teaching them lessons, trying to pass that along to my partner or even I'm going to call my son out right now. I have been trying to reach out to my son for a good week now, and I have called, I have texted, I have left a voice message, and the responses I've been getting are, "Oh, I'm working a lot of overtime this week." And then I communicate back, "Okay, I understand. This is my schedule. This is when I'm available. I'd love to have a phone conversation with you or a text exchange with you." And still, crickets. What have I done to deserve this response? I would love to know. And I know that my son is in a very busy job from the time that he gets there until the time he gets home, and that he likes to come home and spend time with his fur babies and chillax. And sometimes we don't feel like talking on the phone. Maybe we don't feel like texting. But at what point do I say, I feel like you're crossing some healthy boundaries for me, son. I would really appreciate having a phone conversation with you. That was literally my last message, and I believe it was yesterday. And it was just a brief, I've tried to call you and leave you a couple messages. I would really appreciate you to make some time to have a conversation with me. I'm on my way to the gym right now. It's a perfect time for me. If it's not a perfect time for you, can you let me know? And this kid, adult, has left me on red. What would you do in my situation? Would you keep calling? Would you keep texting? I would love to know. And I can just hear my son now going, "Well, I've been busy." You know what? We're all busy. We all have busy lives. I get it. Sometimes we need to take a break from the phone or the text, or don't want to have a phone conversation or a text conversation. I completely understand that. But at what point do we say on the receiving end, this isn't feeling really great and I've tried multiple times, so do I take the hint that you don't want to call or text? Or do I assume that you're too busy to make the time to call me or text me? Or Do I keep trying? I would love to hear your thoughts out there. So please feel free to send in a message via that fan mail that you are able to utilize. This is what I do with my mom, dad, boyfriend, girlfriend, friend, partner, whatever. I would love to hear your thoughts because I have to tell you, this is quite the conundrum for me. And like I said, I'm considering all the factors: overtime, tired, don't want to talk, don't want to text, don't feel like dealing with this don't feel like dealing with this right now. Do you leave the person on red? And if you do, at, at to what extent? I just keep being left on red. I wait another week. I don't call anymore. I don't text anymore. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Okay, so by the way, Spirit Week at our school. Love me some Spirit Week. I am all about showing up with spirit, dressing up for each occasion. And Halloween is approaching, y'all. So, what is everybody going to dress up for this Halloween? Well, the latest movie that I saw was Wolverine and Deadpool. So, are there going to be a lot of Wolverine and Deadpools out there? And if so, what does that mean for me as the 56-year-old woman? Personally, I love to always dress up in something fun, sexy, and throw in a fun character where I can put my personality to it, which I do. I love for people to guess, but also kind of know. Like one year I was a corrupt cop, and let me tell you, that raised some eyebrows. I had various paraphernalia on my person that people were like, that's not something a cop should be carrying. And let's see, what else was there? I did the flapper thing. I don't like to do like the typical. I usually like to go out on a limb and pick something that is fun, that I can make my own. I'm not the kind of person that goes to the local Halloween store and just buys a costume. I usually buy it and then give it a little twist, a little spice. You know what I'm saying? So, again, would love to hear your feedback on what are the latest trends in Halloween? What are we dressing up as? We have like, what is it? 3.5 weeks away. So, anything else I should be chatting about? Local news, aside from what I just shared with you? Nobody got back to me about going through the ghost tour in downtown Pleasanton. Has nobody been? Oh, by the way, I have been to Pirates of Emerson. I got to tell you, I was freaking scared. That stuff, I couldn't even go through the last one when it came to, I'm not going to give it away to you guys, but if you've been, you know. Oh, yes. And also, one of my other favorites, Oktoberfest. Are there any Germans in the house? Any people that attend the Oktoberfest? I didn't go last year, and I was reading that there are some festivals that are happening this weekend. I think one of them was the Walnut Creek Oktoberfest, September 27th and 28th. Definitely got to go. I'm hoping there's something closer than Walnut Creek, but if that's where I have to go, then that's where I'm going. I think that's all I have for you guys. So I'm going to be keeping an eye out, an ear out for that fan mail so I can respond and actually come with some new criteria, new stuff to talk about, new advice to give, new feedback to share. Thank you so much for tuning in, everyone. I really appreciate you taking the time to listen. Discovery Shop's annual jewelry event happening also this weekend. And Yeah, I think that's it. I don't think I have anything else for you guys. So thank you for listening. Thank you for following. Thank you for sharing. I do hope that someone out there will hear my prayer and be willing to subscribe or donate or to become a sponsor. I have been going to the businesses that I frequent and trying to propose a partnership where it is a give and take. I talk about you and your business and all the wonderful things you do for me. And in exchange, you help me to grow my audience, to grow my listeners, because I want to expand my horizons and I need your help to do that. So please, please take a look at the subscribe. It's as little as $3 to as high as $10 a month. Folks, that's literally a Starbucks run. And I know some of you out there frequent Starbucks. So I do hope that you will take heed to my request because I am here for you. I want to be here for you. I want to help you. I want to give you advice, ideas, suggestions, knowledge. Knowledge is power. Okay, I think that's it for this Mindful Monday. Again, thanks for listening. Thanks for tuning in. Ciao for now. Mwah.